Hey Devaparna Balanji. Hi. Hi Divya. So we are back with another live, and this one is going to be a little special one because this is about Amchi Mumbai. So of course it's a special one, and I'm so excited to host this. Hi Rasta Roots. Hi Shweta. Hi Asra. So this one is a special one, as I said earlier, because this is about Amchi Mumbai, and obviously Bombay is literally like a feeling. Hi Aarti. So the guest who we have today needs no introduction. We will of course talk about her journey, and we will talk about those hidden places in Bombay, which me as a Mumbaiker also probably would have kind of missed it, or probably would have not known. So very excited for this one, and yeah, I'm so looking forward to kind of connect. If you guys have any questions, if you want to know more, please do put it on comments, and we would love to take them. And yes, we are super excited too, Shreya. Hi Aarti. Hi Shiva. um, and this one is I think created a lot of excitement. We are so happy about it. Hi Anamika. If you have any particular destination you want us to cover on our series My Local Will Go Global, please do DM us, comment here. We would love to take that into our series too. We have some real amazing exciting episodes coming in, and just stay tuned and just hear out the stories from different places of India. I think India is the way to go. Supporting local and supporting domestic is we strongly believe in, and I think India has everything, uh, everything what the world has. So yes, so we will stay tuned. We will have Divyakshi very soon joining us, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of chat about Mumbai, and we'll explore some real different places. Hi Krishma. Hi Travel Dossier. Hi Anamika. Hey Divyakshi, hi. And we have Divyakshi here.
Hi.
Hi. I can't see you though, but I can hear you. I'm sure it will take some time to connect.
Just give me a second, okay?
Sure.
Can you see me now?
No, I can't.
Okay, wait. I'll just drop off and join again.
Sure. No problem. So as I said, Divyakshi needs no introduction. If you have been a lover of travel, or you love travel, you have for sure come across her blogs, her posts, and I'm definitely going to talk about more on what all different things Divyakshi has done, and her campaigns have been amazing. So we'll talk once she kinds of join in, and yeah, we have her here. I just hope it connects this time. Yes, we can
You can
see
see
you.
me now?
Yes, absolutely. How have you
Excellent.
been?
I've been good, Zinal. So good to see you.
Same
After such
here.
a long time.
I know, after a very, very long time. And I'm so excited to have you here today. So I was telling people that people who know travel, Divyakshi is not a stranger. People will definitely know Divyakshi because just for the people who are here, as I was telling you guys that Divyakshi is not a stranger. There are so many different things which I have loved personally about her, especially the door campaign, the doors of India, and which was with Tata Steel. So I'm personally also a door lover. I love capturing the different doors, and she has, I think, one of the most important thing which kind of captured was your quirky wanderer bride. I had
Oh, yes.
loved that series. So guys, please check out the Quirky Wanderer. I'm sure you're gonna get like super wanderlust vibes. And yeah, we are so excited to have you here.
My pleasure. Totally my pleasure. And it's so nice to see people joining in. Hi, Suyash. So yeah, that was quite a flattering introduction. So thank you so much, Zinal. I still remember how we had connected, and when Flapper Life was very nascent, and it was, and now I've seen it grow and spread its wings and give so many people, so many women,
Right.
that liberty to actually go out and explore. So,
Yes.
double thumbs up to you for
Thank
pulling
you.
it off.
Yes, thank you. I know we've kind of interacted it multiple times, and because I don't come from a travel background, so the journey has been very, very exciting. In fact, we are completing 4 years very, very soon. So that's very when I look back, it feels great.
Yes, it's quite an achievement. I'm sure you're super proud of your baby.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, we have a lot of people saying so excited for this session. So are we. I'm also equally excited today. So, Divyakshu, you want to tell us more about your journey, like how you started and how your journey of Quirky Wanderer has been?
So, long story cut short,
Sure.
Quirky Wanderer is like blogging. I've been into blogging since 2006, but Quirky Wanderer is fairly new. I started my travel niche blog in 2014, so it'll be safe to say that Quirky Wanderer, it was born in 2014 as a travel, specific blog. Earlier I
Okay.
used to do like everything and anything, so there was no niche as such.
Sure.
And yeah, the journey has been pretty nice, from seeing travel, extremely, blogging in that stage where there was no commercial aspect to it at all, and there were no like bloggers were like, it was just like an online diary. Like nobody
Right.
really thought of bloggers or blogging as a profession, or content creation to yield money.
Yeah.
So definitely it was, that era. And then of course there was no social media boom. So Instagram to sawal hi nahi paida hota. It was
Yeah.
just, the awkward days and stuff. And now it's come to this era where everybody wants instant gratification, and everybody wants to start earning money the next day they start creating content. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting journey, a lot of learnings, still learning.
Yeah.
Made so many friends. I see so many people joining in. Asim, hi. Hi, Anandita. Hi, hello. Ricky T. Rhodes is here. Kunal is here. Hi, hello. Yeah, so it's been quite a journey in terms of, making friends, learning and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think blogging as a profession, I would have never imagined when I was probably studying, or, it was just something else. I wanted to be a pilot,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I was that
so
is that is one of my
sure.
childhood dreams.
Okay. So how did it move towards blogging? That is that something kind of gave you inner call that I have to do this, or it just happened with when you were venturing into different things?
Yeah, so after I dropped the idea of being a pilot, I was doing my my normal undergrads, BMS and all, and
Okay.
I wanted to get into advertising. So I was very clear that I want to get into advertising, and I'm going to do an MBA in advertising and get into an advertising firm. And it was like very sorted. Like my career was very sorted in my head. Okay, this is a very interesting story because it is a story of how you chase a dream, you reach
Yeah.
there, and then you realize you
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So
So
it's so funny. It was like when I was doing my undergrad project, university project, I was like, no, I want to become a planner. Like people don't know where they are
yeah.
going, but here I was like, in advertising, I want to be a planner. I want to be a strategic planner. So I will
Okay.
only target these firms. I will only give this interview. You know that
Yeah.
irritating OCD of being in control of your
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
Exactly, that is what happened. I did my MBA. I only sat for one interview, Zenal. Only
Okay.
one interview. And that was the only firm which allowed freshers to become planners. Okay.
Okay. All
And
right.
yeah, and I was like, I have to crack this because if not this, then I will not be a planner. So I
Yeah.
cracked that. And I was one of the 20 people they selected across B schools in India, and I
Okay.
got planning as my that was what was given to me, the department. I became a planner. I started working in planning, and I realized I don't want this.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
totally get this. Yeah. And but your journey has been so beautiful. I remember I mean the first time we met, you were telling me that yeah, it's not only about just going out there and writing. You have to just keep building on and on. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was my first meet with you, and probably you were the first blogger I ever met. You know,
We met at Travel Massive, I think.
yeah, we met at Travel
Yeah.
Massive, and then we met at Fort as well, where we wanted to kind of work together. But yeah, the
Right.
journey has been so exciting. Where whenever I see a post, I just kind of see that wow, man, this is like dream come true, and that gets me to our main topic, which is Bombay. So
Yes.
whenever I've seen your post, I always see, oh my God, I've never been to this place. Like, how does she do this? How does she find these places? So,
Yeah.
yeah, we want to know a lot about Bombay, the way you have done it, and to kind of begin with. So to all the people who have joined, I'm sure some people know you and some people they don't know you. That nobody can do Bombay like Divyakshi does it. So
Oh,
and
come
that's
on.
exactly yeah, like I have seen those kind of posts, and we got also a recommendation, from Neha that nobody can do Bombay like you. So
Ne-
yeah,
uh, Neha is biased.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's
So,
nice. She's very happily biased, so that should be good.
yes. So, to be very honest, like Naresh says, happy calling you calling it Bombay. Um,
Yeah,
and honestly, for me, it's always been Bombay. I mean, like even to like get myself to say Mumbai is very difficult because I associate like mentally because I'm a history lover and I'm an architecture lover. So mentally, I associate my city with like all the new aspects of it, like the
yeah,
infrastructure, the sky rises, everything is like Mumbai. Okay, it's Mumbai, but Bombay is something which is like around us. It is
yes,
lurking. It's like lurking. It's that
true,
kind of those custodians of history, like they're the
true.
witnesses of that those
Yeah,
yesteryears, and so that is Bombay for me. So I think that Bombay and Mumbai are coexisting very happily,
yeah,
and we get to see this in especially when we actually go out and start exploring
yeah,
in terms of exploring our own backyard, which people don't do we don't do as travelers.
yeah.
It's only when like, okay, travel plans are canned or something happens. So even for me, it used to be very similar. I used to be like, "Arey, Bombay na backyard." You won't believe I had not been to Dhobi Ghat till 2015. Okay,
Okay,
that is the
all
first
right.
time I entered Dhobi Ghat. And I was
Okay,
like, wow, so I'm a Mumbaikar and I've never
yeah,
been to Dhobi Ghat. So it was like, even now there are certain places, and that it only thanks to so many walking tours, I have
Yeah.
discovered that side of Bombay that
Okay.
I had not seen, from like just like stepping into a tourist's shoes and seeing Bombay like that.
True, true.
Hi,
Yes.
Neha.
Hi, Neha. This is a special hi to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first let's begin with, I'm sure you have, initially also spoken about the street arts in Mumbai. So, would you
Yes.
want to kind of throw some light on that?
Yes. So I think the first time, it's also one of the most popular posts on my blog, Street Art in Bandra. This
Yeah.
was, I think, in 2014.
Okay.
Big shout out to Mumbai Instagrammers. It was a very active community. Currently, it's not, but it was a
Okay.
very active community. I think I've met most of my Instagram friends on through Mumbai Instagrammer walks. And there was this walk which was conducted by Meghna, and she's the founder, and it was in Bandra,
Okay.
there were these that entire Ranvar village, and that entire the Bombay that exists in the chaotic just bylanes of Bandra. So we went there, and there were like so many beautiful. They had painted the bakeries. They painted, there was the murals and street art, and that's where we were explain the difference between street art and graffiti.
Yes.
It's always used interchangeably. And I
Correct.
think there were so many foreign artists who had come and done these paintings. So
Okay.
they'd also painted a wall of a school and everything. So I think that is when I was like, wow, so Bombay can be like this. And then there was this entire, so you've seen those murals of inside like Amitabh Bachchan, Anarkali,
Yes. Yes.
they're off the main road in
Yes.
Bandra, off Hill
In
Road.
Bangalore.
So yeah, so that's when I first got into the street art thing, and then over the years, Start is the foundation. So Start
Yes.
and Chal Rang De, they were
Okay.
the two foundations who actually came and beautified so many parts of Bombay, which even Mumbaikars didn't know about. So for
Yeah.
example, Sassoon Docks. Sassoon
Okay.
Docks was done in the December of 2017, and
Okay.
the whole idea was to perfume the area. So Sassoon Dock is definitely known for the fish smell. So
Smell.
there's a lot
Yes.
of pungent smell there. So the
Yeah.
idea was to beautify, Sassoon,
The whole
and they
place.
did it so beautifully. And the best part was there was a mural which still stays with me, which is inside.
Okay.
Of course, now you cannot go inside. The outside
Okay.
murals are seen, but inside there was this mural of all the fisher women,
Oh,
their faces, their portraits, which
wow.
was just so amazing. And I think there are still certain murals that you can see of part of the Sassoon project. So
Okay.
that was one. Chal Rang De was another because it beautified the slums. So
Yes.
Khar Danda was one, and Khar Danda was one, and the other was, I think, Marol. Yeah, Marol Sakinaka.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've heard about
they
them.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they were basically, beautified. So if you see it from metro, like going towards Andheri, you can
Yeah.
actually see the entire village, the entire slum
Yeah.
is like yellow, pink, purple,
Yeah.
those colors, green. So that was Chal Rang De. So Khardanda and Sakinaka. So I think the Mumbai street art projects are immensely beautiful, and a great opportunity for Instagram worthy
Yes.
photos.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have also done a lot of heritage walks, like walking tours, especially
Right.
when we say Bombay, because that's where the maximum heritage walks and the walking tours have been.
Right. Right.
Tell us more about that.
Again, this was one of the offbeat walks that I'd done. So there are generally dime a dozen walks around Fort area, and
Yeah.
for people who don't know, Bombay has 3 UNESCO sites. Naresh is on this chat, and we've had a lot of discussions on the UNESCO tags in Bombay. But
Okay.
so the latest entrant, or the latest, basically the latest listing, is given to the basically the Art Deco and the Victorian, so Art Deco ensembles and the Victorian buildings.
Okay.
So it's not just one particular building, but it's a group of 93, 94 odd buildings, which
Oh,
includes
okay.
the art gallery. So people like Bombay residents don't know this. So
Like,
these
I
are
didn't know
the
this.
yeah. So these are the areas around Oval Maidan, the
Okay.
Bombay, around Bombay High Court, the university, that entire belt. So it's
Okay.
CST station, the
Yeah.
Victoria Terminus, is not a part of this. It's separate.
Oh,
It's a separate
okay.
UNESCO site. It's a separate
Okay.
UNESCO site, and this is mostly, the Art Deco, which is of the 20th century, which is around Oval Maidan,
Okay.
and it also, so there are, I think, 93 buildings, if I'm not wrong. So in June 2018, it was given the UNESCO, the tag.
Okay. Wow.
And the first two sites are, of course, CST station and
Yeah.
Elephanta Caves. Elephanta
Yes.
Caves, of course. So there are
That's
three UNESCO heritage sites in Bombay.
yeah.
So
I'm
coming,
sure that a lot of people don't know about it.
oh yes, in fact, so that's the reason why I encourage backyard tourism and neighborhood explorations, because there's so much you can do, even when you're not traveling. So that is one question I get asked, that when you're not traveling, like, how do you generate content as a blogger? I'm like, there's just so much if you just deep dive in your own city. And
Yes.
one such instance was when I was like, I'm not kidding. I actually felt like a tourist in my own city.
I'm
So
sure.
this was, I think, a walk that I took in 2016 with
Oh,
khaki walks,
yes.
khaki
Okay.
tours. Yeah. So I went with Bharat, and I was on this Gam Devi walk.
Okay.
Gam
Yeah.
Devi. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, ठीक है, I know this. I've passed this in the car so many times, and I know this area, very familiar. And once the walk started, and we started, like, actually observing a building into a tiny lane, he took us to Bombay's narrowest restaurant, like
Wow.
like literally, and I didn't even know this exists. And also,
Yeah.
the entire going back and forth to the, the how the plague that had affected Bombay in the early 1900s, and then who was the torchbearer of education, why is this road named this, a
Okay.
temple. And I was like, am I in Bombay? Like, I was like, what? And hidden studios, stories behind that, and
Yeah.
you feel so like, so dumb at a point
Yeah.
of time when you're like, do I really know my city? And how
Yeah.
blatantly, how shamelessly we tell our relatives, kuch nahi hai, Shah Rukh Khan's house, go to your, it's it's
Like
like we just.
because I'm feeling that right now that oh my God, I really don't know this.
So it started with that. So there is another walk which I think Swadesi conducts. Swadesi
Okay.
conducts this walk. It is on the Pyaus.
Okay.
All the Pyaus that you see. So there is Mr. Chemburkar,
Okay.
who conducts this, and it's such a unique walk. I've heard of it. I was supposed to go on this walk, which is,
Okay.
it covers the history of all the Pyaus, all those
Wow.
water Pyaus are like those water foundation of fountains. And
Yeah.
it's such a unique aspect. So there is just so much you can do when it comes
Yeah.
to walking tours and Bombay.
Okay. Okay. So we have a question for you, which is coming from Neha and Krishma. Tell us more about your favorite cafes in Mumbai.
Oh, so many. I think if like, I have to actually start with something which is very quintessential Bombay.
Yeah.
I would definitely go with the Taj High Tea. I know
Yes.
it's freaking expensive and it's only for occasions, but
Yeah.
honestly, that is like one place. The high tea at Sea Lounge Cafe is one of like my favorites.
Okay.
Definite for occasions, like special occasions, nothing like it. Try and get
Yeah.
a seat right, where you can see the gateway of India
Yeah.
and the sea
Yeah.
view. So that is one cafe. Secondly,
Okay.
Grandmama's Cafe is my all-time favorite. I think it's
Okay.
very Instagrammable and it's been very consistent with its quality, like,
Okay. Yeah.
year
That's right.
after year. So I think, yeah, these are two that come on top of my head. I'm sure there are more actually. Kala Ghoda Cafe is there, Nutcrackers there in
Yeah.
Kala Ghoda. So these are some of my favorite cafes. Yeah,
Wow, that's so nice. I'm already thinking to kind of
I'm
post COVID
missing
I have
them.
to do. Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure.
missing them.
So you have also done some tree walks tours in Bombay. Now, to find tree in Bombay itself, I'm having a question. So so tell me more about it.
Okay, so to be very honest, this is something which blew my mind away. I think if
Okay.
anybody is visiting Bombay and if they are staying in Bombay and they want to do something different, preferably on a Sunday, and if they like nature, to
Yeah.
answer your question, I was just like that. I thought to myself, where are those green spaces? How can we ever find tree varieties? So
Yeah.
I went on a trek in Sikkim with one very knowledgeable lady. We call
Okay.
her Botany Ma because of her her
Knowledge.
knowledge on trees. So she
Okay.
conducts these tree walks. She's called Rene Vyas. Her name is Rene
Okay.
Vyas, and she is a member of Friends of Trees organization. So there's an organization called Friends of Trees,
Wow.
FOT. So for
Okay.
people who are very, very, keen to know more,
Yeah.
they can just go on Facebook and become a member, which is free,
Okay.
a Facebook group. And so Renee conducted a walk in a building, okay, in a
Okay.
building. In the Great Eastern, there were these residential quarters for Great Eastern
Yes. Yes.
shipping. I think they have
Yeah.
these quarters. This was in Bhandup. Okay, so I was like, what are we going to have? Like, and she gives you a tree list. Okay, so 15
Okay.
trees we are going to discuss. I was like inside a building compound and 15 trees, and it was so amazing. I learned so much, and the best part is her storytelling. So the way she
Okay.
tells you stories about the tree, so it's not like, okay, scientific name ye hai, ye origin tha, it was got from Jamaica, those kind of
Okay.
boring details. No,
Yeah.
she will tell you a story. She'll tell you a story of pollination. She'll tell you a story of how the tree grows, what is the age. She'll narrate it
Okay.
with a love story, perhaps. She'll relate it. She'll give you metaphors, and you'll never forget it. So I learned
Okay.
about Ashok, Sita Ashok, banyan tree, Kailash Patti, so
Okay.
many tree varieties. And then, of course, I went to her second walk, which was in RA colony,
Okay.
RA forest, and
Yeah.
that was out of the world. I mean, there were
Wow.
so many tree varieties. So they do it in, different seasons before monsoon. So they have a monsoon walk also.
Right.
There's just
Right.
so much, Zainal. I mean, we will, I think, probably run out of things to do once COVID,
Yes.
decides to leave us.
Absolutely. Yeah, and at least till the time you travel, at least you can explore your own city and kind of see. So I definitely have a lot of things to do, I'm sure, to kind of explore different places in Mumbai itself. And as a
Correct.
traveler, you always feel that going out of Bombay is traveling. But I think, as what you rightly said, that you can also be tourist in your own city. So
City.
so why
Correct.
not? Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So
So
I think Naresh has said Taj Mahal Tea House. Oh, definitely. Taj Mahal Tea House is another favorite. It
yeah.
is my favorite. And Asim says timeless cafes in Bombay are Kiani, Military, Cooler, of course. The Irani cafes, no beating that. No beating that. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes.
So Neha is saying that you should do arrange one with Divyakshi, and we'll definitely do that, Neha, for sure. I think yeah, we're going to plan one soon, and we are taking
Can't
you
wait
along.
to.
Yes,
Yes.
can't wait to do. So I remember when I had a chat with you, you spoke to me about the museum, the railway museum, which
Oh,
I
yes.
think nobody knows about. So
Yeah.
tell us more.
Yes, in fact, there's so many. So people think Bombay museums are all Prince of Wales. That
Yeah,
is like the first thing that comes to people's mind, and the second one is Daji Lad in
yeah,
Baikura. So that's the
yeah.
second one that comes into your mind. So definitely there are. I think if I have to tell which is my favorite museum, it has to be the Mumbai airport. Jai Hai
Okay.
Museum.
Absolutely.
And it is something which is so fascinating. And the best part is, it is just coexisting in the airport. So you don't
Yes.
even know you're looking at an artifact. You don't even know you're looking at a piece of history, and it's right there. And because they have these tours, so people don't even know about that. In
Yeah.
case you have a long layover, all you need to do is 48 hours prior, you need to just go to the website of Jai Hai Museum,
Okay.
and just drop in your flight details, how long your layover is going to be, and they
Okay.
will arrange a tour for you. It's
Wow.
that simple. It's that simple. But they will arrange a tour basis on where you are. So where your boarding is. So you will
Okay.
probably do a shorter tour. You will not do a long tour. I got that opportunity thanks to Mumbai Instagrammers, because I went with them, and we were a bunch of, I think, 20 people who saw the Jai Hai Museum, met the
Wow.
team, understood what went behind the curation, from where the
Okay.
artifact was sourced. And of course, my favorite was the Jet Airways boarding area, which is not, uh, it's not Jet Airways anymore, but the one which
Yeah.
is in the basement, it was the
Yes, yes.
doors.
I love it. It's beautiful there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's all doors, and all these doors are sourced from Gujarat. They're actual doors, they're not manufactured doors. They're doors which are sourced
Okay.
from Gujarat and from Rajasthan villages,
Okay.
and they were bought in and they were reworked, like refurbished,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
installed. So
Wow.
that is one thing that people don't know about, and I think that is, and the entire concept behind it, water, sound. So they actually have a fountain where you can, there is music which is playing, different kinds of music from different parts of India, and
Okay.
it's truly a perfect gateway to India. So, like,
Okay.
people who are coming to Bombay, maybe that's like they've made it, GVK has made it in a way that it's like the
Okay.
perfect doorway to India,
Oh, okay.
the
Where is this
museum.
exactly at the airport?
So, this is Jai Hind Museum is like, so all the artifacts that you see, it's not like a museum. That's the
Yeah,
best
of
part
course.
about it. All those artifacts are a part of Jai Hind Museum.
No,
What
no,
you see in the airport.
I'm talking about the fountain is what which you're saying there is a
Uh,
sound.
Yes, so the fountain is, I think, on the level, not the basement level, not like the doors level. It's on, I think it's near Starbucks, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
yes,
But
yes,
all
yes. Now,
this is TT. The
oh,
musical
yes.
fountain is awesome. All touch sensors are, yeah, so advanced, right? That's what Naresh
Yeah.
says. He's also visited the museum. Hi, Lance. And so I thought I saw, yes, hi Sharu. Sharu's also here. Hello. Yeah. So
Yes.
that is about the Jai Hai Museum, and I think a lot of people don't know this. In fact, even travelers who are coming from abroad or from other parts of the country can see this museum. All you need to do is just have a little bit of planning in
Time.
advance and book the tour.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. I'm sure we have a lots kind of things to explore post this. You want to talk about the Dhobi Talao experience and the Potter's Village experience to
Yeah, so so apart from, of course, Dhobi Ghat is something which people know of, but
yeah.
very few people actually go and explore.
Yes.
Nowadays, I've heard that it gets a little commercial where you try to take pictures and they ask for money. So I am not quite sure about that, but there are also a lot of local tour operators that you can go with. So people who actually conduct Dharavi photo tours, then
Yeah.
people conduct in Dharavi itself. There's an area called Kumbharwada.
Yes.
Kumbharwada. Yeah, it's a potter's village. So it's mostly a Gujarati community which is doing it, and it is like some. I think you'll see some of Mumbai's best photographers going there on photo walks and clicking such amazing pictures.
Okay.
Most Mumbaikars don't know about it. I mean, the non-photographer community. So that
Yeah.
is one excellent place to explore, and just not just about the photography aspect, but just go and see the community. So be
Yes.
there to see the community, to understand that in Dharavi itself there are so many industries.
Right.
And while I do not promote, clicking pictures just like that, of course,
Yeah.
uh,
True.
these are
True.
people that you need to take permission from and then take
Yes.
their pictures. Another very good photo, walk that I did was in the Lal Bagh markets. So
Oh
while
yes.
we all know about Lal Bagh Ka Raja, we all know about
Yes.
Lal Bagh Ka Raja, and I think I've only seen the place during Ganpati and not otherwise. So this was a
Yeah.
very good opportunity for me to see the Lal Bagh market.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
so many things. It's like it takes you, it's a welcome break from all that commercial markets that we are used to. So it
Yeah.
takes you back in time where you actually see spices being grinded, and uh, eh, how the entire spice market functions. You'll see the different qualities of whole chili. It's
Yes.
quite an experience. It's quite an
Yeah.
experience. I think you can club it with Bhavdaji Lad Museum. And
Okay.
in fact, the museum, Bhavdaji Lad Museum, and the the Chhatrapati Shivaji Museum, Prince of Wales Museum, they both these museums are doing so many activities that people are not aware of.
Yes, that's
They
true.
conduct so many activities. They conduct events. They conduct on textiles, whether it's on textiles or whether it's on, talking about the history of Bombay or maritime history. So many things, or ports of Bombay. They call speakers. So,
Wow.
I think if people who are really, really interested just follow their handles, they will know
Yeah.
of these events, and most of these events are free. They're free
Oh.
events that are conducted, and all you need to do is just show up. And I think there was an event in Prince of Wales Museum which is on coin collection. So the
Wow.
various, documenting the coin history of India. It's very, very interesting. So there's no dearth of things to do in Bombay.
Okay. Yeah. So in fact, we have like so many exciting things to do till the time, of course, everything opens up and travel moves on. But yeah, I think I want to be a traveler in my own city. So
Yes,
thank you so much for kind of highlighting these things. As I said, so see, I am proved right that nobody does Bombay like the way you do it. And you have actually, I'm sure a lot of people will here agree with me that so many of us didn't know about it. So we always feel that Bombay is all about those typical places we often hear that you go
right.
to, the Shah Rukh Khan bungalow or Amitabh bungalow or Gateway of India
Or
or
the
Colaba.
bandstand.
Yeah, bandstand, go to Elko, and that's it. That's what Bombay is. But yeah, Bombay is beyond all of these things, and the real authenticity of Bombay is the places what you have spoken about.
Like you said, the railway museum also. I mean, I didn't know of the railway museum till I went on this walk inside the Victoria Terminus. So we've
Yes.
always seen Victoria Terminus as the place in Bollywood movies when somebody comes to Bombay,
Yeah.
and becomes the child becomes a adult, and then
Like
the
another.
scene. So that is quintessential Bombay. But once you go inside Victoria's terminus, I'm not talking about the railway platform side, I'm talking about the museum side. You
Okay.
will see Gothic architecture, and under the dome. So you're under the dome, and the entire feeling is as if you're in Hogwarts. So it
Wow.
is like straight out of the Harry Potter set. You'll have those staircases, and you'll see the dome. You'll see those Gothic architecture, the Baroque architecture. You'll also see a lot of Indo-Saracenic architecture. For people who don't know, it's a mixture of Indian influences. So you'll have jharokas, you'll have arches, and it'll be a mesh with Victorian. So I was on this walk where I could see, entered and I saw this railway museum. And I was
Okay.
like, railway museum, like really? And it was so informative because they had the entire journey of the Western Railway and the Central Railway. Okay. So they had the entire journey which was listed, and anyone can enter and visit this area, the at least the
Okay.
museum area, the
Okay.
railway museum area, which is I think ticketed to what, if I'm not wrong, it's less than $100 per person.
Oh. Okay, that's it.
And it's open from Monday to Friday, but it's open only till 5:30.
Okay, all
So
right.
I think these are deterrents because people generally would like it to be open on weekends for
Yeah,
exploring. So these are
yeah,
like the deterrents why it's not so popular and why so many people don't know about it.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
wow, there's so much, Divyakshi. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about everything Bombay.
My pleasure.
I have
Yes,
a
sure.
last question for you. What is that one thing you're most favorite about Bombay? Like you just love that vibe or anything you would want to talk about?
One thing that I really love about Bombay, I think I don't know. I think it's the feeling that whenever I travel, okay, so whenever I travel in India also, when
Okay.
I'm in Bombay, I'll probably talk about the pollution, I'll talk about the chaos, I'll talk about how shitty our monsoons are. And as soon as I go out,
Yeah.
even if like I'm in, for example, I'm in Madhya Pradesh and I'm
Okay.
at that toll collection center and they'll take ages to give me that toll ticket. And I'll look at them and I'm like, बॉम्बे में कार रुकती नहीं है वो चलते चलते टोल दे देते हैं I like that the major missing that happens it's like if even if like I could stay in any city in the world I would choose Bombay any day. I cannot
Wonderful.
stay, in any other. I cannot live in any other city apart. I think it grows on to you. You don't like it initially, but
Yes,
then
that's true.
you grow so habituated, and that's the best part I like about Bombay. It just grows on to you. The city grows on to you.
True, true. I think, especially for all the travelers, whenever you're moving out, you are like,
Mhm.
initially you crib about Bombay, but end of it, you are like, there's nothing like Bombay. It is an emotion, undoubtedly.
Yes, it is, and you get so habituated. Only people who live in Bombay will understand. You get so habituated to it, you might hate it to the core. Trust me, I
Yeah,
would. If you ask me right now, I'll be in. I would like to be anywhere on earth except Bombay.
yes,
But
true.
after 6 months, if you ask me, my answer will be the same.
Yes, absolutely. So we have
So we
some
have.
questions coming in. Yeah.
I think Suyash has asked a question. What's the most beautiful place in Bombay according to you? Most beautiful place has to be a green place. So I love RA Forest.
Yes,
I think that is my. It's truly said. They are the lungs of Bombay, and they're it's fantastic. So I think RA, and I was deeply pained when the trees got cut. So
yeah,
it was like a personal loss, and I'd seen those trees before
yeah,
the cutting of the trees. Another place, if I talk about from the architecture point of view, it has to be inside CS, the
okay,
Victoria Terminus station. It has to be that because truly, I've been to like railway stations, like in Europe, and people go gaga about it and stuff. But this is royal. This is regal. And there is like, just because it's Bombay, just because we've seen it so many times, we don't
yeah,
value it. But once you
true.
go inside and you stand under that dome, you will
Yeah,
know why it's one of my favorite places in Bombay. It's a
I'm
pity
sure.
I can't go often. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure after the COVID, everybody is going to love it because everybody is like, one, dying to travel, and second, explore it, like explore your own city. So we are going to love
Right.
everything about Bombay because I think people are getting emotional about it now with the way things are going.
Yes. Somebody said, "Did you visit Kolivada?" Yes, of course, I visited Kolivada. You're talking about the Sion Kolivada or the Worli Kolivada? Because I've been to both. Sion Kolivada, I've been for getting all my Punjabi fix because it's known for all your, there's a place called Roshan Di Hatti, which is actually
Okay,
Roshan Ki Dukaan, if translated in Hindi. And they have
okay,
all the Punjabi stuff which we don't get on our usual supermarkets and stuff.
okay.
So I think you are not mentioning that. You're mentioning the Worli Kolivada. Worli Kolivada is a fishing village, and
Yes.
I have not been there for a walk per se, but I know there are a lot of walks even conducted in Kolivada.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think, have you been to, somebody said, have you been to Kalanagar, Kurla Botanical Gardens? So, are you talking about the nature park, the Maharashtra Nature Park? That's in Dharavi. That's again another green spot, and they have so many events happening there. I think you are mentioning that. I'm not sure, but Maharashtra Nature Park was where Kavita Mukhi used to conduct, those organic markets, which were a rage a few years ago. So,
I am.
yeah, so Kavita Mukhi used to conduct these organic farmers markets,
Okay.
and there are also, there are butterfly walks. There are
Yeah.
also bird events which are conducted in Maharashtra Nature's Park. It's like
Okay.
the greenest space near Dharavi. So that
Okay.
is another place that now that we've talked about, another very good place. And there are a lot of events which are conducted. So if
Okay.
and a lot of them are free. So you don't even have to spend a buck. You just have to register at the entrance and walk in.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's
so
nice.
there are so many places in Bombay.
Absolutely. There are a lot of places, and I think the more you explore about your own city, is you get to know about new things. And I think next time somebody would ask me that, okay, tell me where should I go, I think I will have a different answer to it and not the typical
Yes,
one. Because yeah, it's always better to show your city, in the best way. So
right.
so thank you so much, Divyakshi. I think we
My
come to an end
pleasure.
for this, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions coming in. So yeah,
So Yash says there used to be events at Hanging Gardens and Dadar bandstands. Oh wow, I wasn't aware of this. I think people just like go gaga over Kala Ghoda. Of course, it's
yeah,
one of the most prominent festivals, but there are so many events which happen before and after that. So for people who really really want to explore, there's a lot to do. And
true.
I think we can wind up because hi Anu, hi Hungry Travelers. Okay, so cool. We can probably meet after COVID
Yes,
vanishes and do a
yeah.
Bombay exploration. Probably a tree walk because I cannot. I mean, people might think they've paid me for this, but Renee is a dear friend and
Okay.
she is amazing. I mean, I don't have words to tell you. Your association with trees will change.
Oh wow.
The way you perceive trees will change once you go for her walks. it
Oh, okay.
is it is just fabulous. So I think and they're free. Most of them are free. You just need
Okay.
to register, and first come first serve basis, you get your
Okay.
name on the list, and
Wow.
you get a list also, a list
Oh,
of trees that will be
easy.
etched in your minds forever
Wow.
after the
That's
walk.
that's so nice. And of course, we are going to do something together post COVID, especially for the Bombay exploration. So we will keep
Yes,
in touch. Thank you so much once again for joining us. And I'm
thank
sure
you, Venus.
anytime I have something for Bombay, I'm going to call you for sure.
Yay! Okay,
Thanks.
so glad we did this, and thank you so much everyone who joined in. Thanks Suyash, thanks Asim, thank you Naresh, thank you Neha, thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I have to say a special thanks to Neha for this. She knows why. And yeah, thank you everyone who joined in because people, especially there were few accounts who were also giving a lot of information about Bombay along with your chat. So thanks to all of them. And yeah, we are looking forward to amazing travel sessions in future as well.
Yes, definitely. Amen.
Yes, Amen. Absolutely. Thanks, Divya. Bye.
Okay, yeah, see ya. Bye bye. Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.